Welcome to those that happen to stop by this Bioshock playthrough on the survival difficulty. I am your host, Nemesis JG, and this project will be consisting of me taking on this game on the expert difficulty, pretty much. A little bit about myself. I've actually taken on this game once before on my Twitch stream, and I'm going through this game once more, and I hope you guys end up enjoying the playthrough and the ride that I'll be going through. So, for those that happen to stop by, I do appreciate it. So let's get this show started, shall we?
They told me, son, you're special. You were born to do great things. You know what? They were right.
So I won't kid you guys, I'm a little anxious to take this game on the expert difficulty because, as I mentioned previously, I have taken this game on my Twitch channel and I actually even completed it, and dare I say it's actually one of my favorite games that I've played in recent years, as I missed out this game when I owned a PS3 because I did not actually really look too much into this game. But when I played this game for the first time ever on my Twitch stream, dude, I failed so many times, miserably. I've had so many fails that everyone remembers when they were watching that stream. So now that I'm taking this game on again, and also on the expert difficulty, and as well as also not having the Vita chambers either enabled in this game, I'm honestly quite curious about the amount of fails that we might end up having around us. And all this fire all around us. I actually really like how this fire looks in the beginning. I actually find it very intriguing as an intro to just kind of like evoke mysterious and also kind of intrigue. Like, you're almost wanting to uncover a mystery right then and there because just randomly your plane just crashes right in the middle of this weird tower. And I don't know, man, it just kind of feels as if the developers was reaching their hands out to you and inviting you over to their world that they created. It reminds me of someone that you knew when you were younger, and they ended up making it, and they ended up actually getting into like a richer neighborhood and buying a huge house, and they want to actually like show it off to you and all these cool things that are inside the house. It's kind of like this. It's kind of like Bioshock's developers was just reaching out and trying to show off everything to you, and I love that. I actually find that endearing. And as I'm playing this game again, it kind of makes me realize that a lot of games are lacking that careful placement and love and attention within the world that developers create for their single player games. Not saying that there's no games out there that have careful placement in the world and love and attention. I mean, I can name a few from the top of my head, like Bloodborne and the Witcher series and the Fallout series, but I always feel that developers seem to think that they just want to make a story and just put a person just randomly in the world, but not, I guess you could say, center it around that person within that world, but instead they just want to tell a story, which is fine. I mean, linearity is okay. I never said that's a bad thing. However, this game is actually fairly linear. However, there's a lot to uncover within the mystery, and I think a lot of developers get that sense wrong, and I do feel that these guys did an amazing job at inviting you over to this.
I'm Andrew Ryan, and I'm here to ask you a question. Is a man not entitled to the sweat of his brow? No, says the man in Washington, it belongs to the poor. No, says the man in the Vatican, it belongs to God. No, says the man in Moscow, it belongs to everyone. I rejected those answers. Instead, I chose something different. I chose the impossible. I chose Rapture. The artist would not fear the censor, where the scientist would not be bound by petty morality, where the great would not be constrained by the small. And with the sweat of your brow, Rapture can become your city as well.
What an intro in order to introduce the world of Rapture to us. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I wonder what would be the first thing I actually would do in a city like this. especially because I know all the messed up stuff that actually went on in this game after, you know, I've uncovered some of the lore and some of the very, very, I guess you could say, not humanly like practices done in this world. So I'm honestly quite curious what I would do in the world of Rapture. Let me know down below for anyone that's like new, or for anyone that's from my Twitch community and that's watching this video. Let me know, what would you actually do in a world of Rapture? I need to know. Inquiring minds are wondering.
Just one more minute. The spear's coming up now. Johnny, security's banging off all over. Get a move on.
Just don't hurt me. Just let me go. Just give me my gun.
Poor Johnny. It's all good though. I think it's actually not that bad of a sacrifice. If anything, this is probably a sign to come to show you that Nemesis, you're gonna die a lot. You're gonna get your insides ripped out many of times like Johnny. So just be prepared. Get ready. I'm not gonna kid you guys. I don't know if I'm alone on this, so if anyone's actually played Bioshock before or actually watched Bioshock, let me know. I actually thought that this lady was going to actually break into this pod, and then we're gonna have to actually face her, so I like the little horror-ish that it invokes, because, man, I can remember my first time playing through this, I was like, oh crap, are we doing this now? Like, this is how the combat gets introduced as a tutorial? Alright, cool. I mean, I'm cool with that, if that's how you want to introduce things to me.
Kindly pick up that shortwave radio.
I don't know how you survived that plane crash, but I've never been one to question Providence. I'm Atlas, and I aim to keep you alive. Now keep on moving. We're gonna have to get you to higher ground. Take a deep breath and step out of the bathysphere. I won't leave you twisting in the wind. We're gonna need to draw her out of hiding, but you're gonna have to trust me.
Lady, I appreciate the offer, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I want to be a bedsheet.
Just a bit further.
So I'm gonna tell you guys ahead of time that I'm probably gonna be trying creating Skynet in this game because I like to befriend my robots. So just know that ahead of time.
Now, would you kindly find a crowbar or something? Bloody splicer sealed Johnny in before they... Goddamn splicers.
You gotta love how conveniently the crowbar was right in front of us as we're going through this blocked door. Gotta love video game logic 101. I always think it's one of my favorite things to do. Oh boy, we already have our first enemy now. And man, is this when the fun really begins. Oh god. Oh, so much damage. I am not used to the clunkiness of these controls anymore, and I am near death, and that was just the first enemy? Alright, at least this man had a healing item on him. Now I'm actually kind of really scared and fearful for what's to come. That was just the first enemy alone, and I almost ended up dying to that first enemy. That's just a tutorial. Oh god, what did I put myself into? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This man is my hero. I have a fear of syringes. Like, no lie, I have a fear of syringes. And just seeing this man literally poke that thing through his arm.
Steady now. Your genetic code is being rewritten. Just hold on and everything will be fine.
Yeah, everything's gonna be fine, but you end up getting superpowers all of a sudden, and it just seems kind of painful. Yeah, see, this is why I don't mess with syringes. This is why I don't mess with them. Weird things happen.
This little fish looks like he just had his cherry popped. Wonder if he's still got some Adam on him.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Let's buck. Weak. You're a weak chopper. This little fish ain't worth towing it with no big daddy. Yellow. Always have been. You'll be no better off with a metal daddy, little fish. See you floating, buddy.
let me introduce to y'all to the man that's probably gonna be ripping my insides over and over and over again. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Big Daddy himself. I'm already scared. We haven't even met him yet, and we haven't even fought him yet. But oh boy, I already know it's gonna be a struggle.
Look, Mr. Bubbles, it's an angel. I can see light coming from his belly. Wait a minute. He's still breathing. It's alright. I know he'll be an angel soon.
Is it wrong for me to think that even though the little sisters are kind of evilish looking, I actually find them quite cute? I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
You alright, boyo? First time plasma's a real kick from a mule. But there's nothing like a fistful of lightning now, is there?
I'll be quite open already to say that I'll probably never be able to get the platinum for this game since I refuse to honestly harvest little sisters because I think they're actually that adorable. Isn't it amazing how this plane just miraculously ends up not hitting us? If that's video game logic sin, I don't know what is. What's Cinema Sin's at in order to actually have a counter for us for the amount of video game logic things that happen? Aw, poor fishy. Such a waste. It looks tasty too. Honestly, I would probably take this fish with me and eat it. Shout out to my boy Bruce the Shark from Finding Nemo. I understand that fish are friends and not food. However, I think the opposite. I kind of think it would be kind of tasty with a side of butter. And ironically enough, I end up finding actually a skillet in this box. So I guess the game is trying to tell me that it also wants me to eat the food as well. Excuse you? I am just trying to pick up one of those eaves right quick. Like, I'm over here literally trying to pick that up and just trying to get that, and this man just gets in the way. And Jesus Christ, I am really getting quite worried about how this playthrough is going to go, because this is twice now that we're just in the starting area that we end up almost dying. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is really going to be a struggle for me. I think you guys are definitely going to have a montage of fails up in your hands of the amount of times that I end up dying over here. At least we got some potato chips. I'm not really sure what flavor that is. I actually prefer the Doritos purple bag flavor, the sweet and spicy, and hopefully it's that flavor. Alright, let me go ahead and take this guy out real quick. I'm worried now, though. I don't have any heals on me, but so far so good. I might just have to implement the jumping strats that I used to do for this game because jumping seems to work whenever you try to maneuver your way away from this guy. At least that time it actually didn't seem too bad compared to the other two enemies that we ended up fighting previously. So maybe, who knows, maybe we might actually get away with this and actually have a smooth playthrough. I doubt it though, because I'm Nemesis JG, and at some point we're definitely going to have a fail at some point. It's just in my name. It just so happens every single time, and this man is on fire, literally. At least video game logic isn't taking this guy over. At least he actually has some logic behind him that he takes damage as he's also on fire. Wouldn't it be something if he were on fire and he took no damage whatsoever? Although, you know, it is the world of Rapture, and you stab yourself with syringes, and you also end up getting some super mutant abilities, looking like you're part of the X-Men or something. So who knows, maybe that actually might explain why he probably wasn't taking any damage, but thankfully he was taking some damage to make it easier on myself.
Listen, I've got a family. I need to get them out of here. But the splicers have cut me off from them. If you can reach them in Neptune's bounty, then maybe, just maybe. I know you must feel like the unluckiest man in the world right now, but you're the only hope I'll ever see my wife and child again. Go to Neptune's bounty. Find my family, please.
And now we have a new objective into place. To Neptune's bounty we go in order to save a family of a guy that we have yet to even meet in person, nor do we really know if we should actually trust him. I guess we should trust him. Ironically enough, we also have a mother over here singing a lullaby to, I guess you could say, a missing child.
Daddy too. Wait. This is happening before and none.
Not sure how to feel about this lady's lullaby.
Why is it
Wouldn't find it too soothing. If I was a baby, that is.
Why can't Mommy hold you to her breast and feel your teeth? Oh, no. No, 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 no.
Kinda sad and sympathetic. Unfortunately, I already know what's in that crib. And lady, I do apologize for what I'm about to do, but I'm gonna need that a little bit more than you. Because, ironically enough, I need to survive as well!
Plasma's changed everything. They destroyed our bodies, our minds. We couldn't handle it. Best friends butchering one another. Babies strangled in cribs. The whole city went to hell.
So I'm gonna let it be known ahead of time. I don't condone violence. I really don't. However, we're in a post-apocalyptic world, and, you know, I have no choice but to be doing some violent acts in this game, so I'm gonna let it be known ahead of time. I do apologize, because I do not promote it. I'm just playing a video game.
Careful now. Would you kindly lower that weapon for a minute? You think that's a child down there? Don't be fooled. She's a little sister now. Somebody went and turned a sweet baby girl into a monster. Whatever you thought about right and wrong on the surface, well, that don't count for much down in Rapture. Those little sisters, they carry Adam, the genetic material that keeps the wheels of Rapture turning. Everybody wants it, everybody needs it.
I'm kind of just torn between it. I mean, she's so evil and so stabbing things to try to get at him, but she's kind of adorable too at the same time. And this poor guy, he's just not ready. I actually wanted to focus on something real quick that I actually noticed in this gameplay when I ended up watching this video over again. And we'll see it here in a moment when Big Daddy tears his insides out here in a moment. That's actually quite painful. Oh my god, I can feel that in my soul. But just wait till this man actually gets thrown into this glass window here in a moment. And I always want to talk about...
That's the Big Daddy. She got his Adam. He keeps her safe.
I just want to talk about how this man right beside me, like, no lie, no legit, even though he got that big drill going through his body, where's the hole? Like, I'm just saying, isn't it exactly like a rated E game? Actually, I need to look at the box. I don't even think it's a rated T game. I'm pretty sure it's a rated M game. But, like, where's the big gaping hole that Big Daddy literally drilled through his insides? I don't know. Just, I mean, video game logic 101 once more? Oh well. One other enemy in the corner. I can't believe I actually aimed down at the water like that when I tried to aim at her just a minute ago. Oh well. Man, I'm just taking damage left and right this whole entire time. Although it seems like me circling around her seems to, although somehow she just had some kind of godlike aim, was able to point her gun at me sideways and shoot me. I don't know if y'all saw that just now. I'm gonna need to rewind that because literally she just kind of shot me sideways just a second ago, and it was actually quite interesting. And I should probably heal, as this whole time just now I ended up trying to, you know, not get hit.
If you spot a splicer in the water, hit him with the electrobolt.
It's actually one of my favorite things to do in this game is actually just electrocute a bunch of enemies into water. I don't know what it is, but it's actually quite satisfying to do it. I'm not sure if we can electrocute a Big Daddy like that. Now that I think about it, I'm not sure if you can do that. I actually don't recall if I actually ever attempted to do that, nor do I remember many Big Daddies in the water like that. And I actually do not remember how to activate this stuff. Okay, so here's how you activate this. Gotcha. It took me a minute to find out what activates the next sequence of events, because I was over here like wondering like, how do I actually activate the next sequence of events? Because I know we have to activate and trigger something in order to do the next event to happen. I've always found this hilarious, is that there's always just a bunch of enemies just landing in the water like this. I don't know why, but it just landed in the water. I feel like it's just kind of like a tutorial to tell you what you can do with your electric bolt. And there's this lady right next to me, and I need to electrocute her real quick. I was actually low-key hoping that she ended up landing in the water, so I could actually just electrocute her and kill her that way, so I don't have to take some damage like this. And there's some fire right behind me! Just realized there's some fire right behind me. I forgot that thing actually blows fire in your face. I should probably, right before I end up actually having to deal with these guys, I should probably go ahead and actually stab myself with a syringe, since I actually do not have any what's it called on me anymore.
Ryan, found them. Damn it! They shut off access to Neptune. There's another way to get there. Head to medical. What are you waiting for? Go!
He's really enthusiastic, which I understand. I mean, we're trying to find his supposed wife and daughter. I think it's daughter. All I know is that we're going to find his kid, but he needs to calm down. Stop pressing the issue. Let me take my time, get to point A to point B where I want to get to. I actually have no urgency. I don't even think there's a run button in this game. Oh, no. And just like that, we are trapped.
Oh, Christ! You're trapped! Gonna try to override the exit from here.
So tell me, friend, which one of the bitches sent you? The KGB Wolf or the CIA Jackal? Here's the news. Rapture isn't some sunken ship for you to plunder. And Andrew Ryan isn't a giddy socialite to be slapped around by government muscle. And with that, farewell, or das Vidania, whichever.
You know, now that I'm actually replaying this game, I'm actually quite curious. I don't know what the mode is and why our character actually ended up in Rapture in the first place. Was it just like a airplane accident that ended up happening? Because obviously in the beginning our airplane ended up getting destroyed. And now that I'm actually kind of curious, I actually didn't even put thought into it. Why are we here in the first place? That's actually something that I do wonder, and if anyone knows down below, let me know. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video for now, and I hope you guys enjoyed part 1 of Bioshock, and I hope to see you guys soon. Deuces.